Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A former Hazleton police officer has been sentenced to up to 35 years in prison after being convicted on charges of attempted homicide and aggravated assault. Liddell Hannon was convicted after officials say he set off an explosive device outside of the home of his estranged wife's boyfriend, Harrison Jordan, in December of 2021. According to officials, Hannon worked as a city police officer in Hazleton at the time of the incident. Hannon was convicted on charges of attempted homicide, weapons of mass destruction, causing catastrophe, and stalking. On Friday, Hannon was sentenced to 17.5 to 35 years in prison in connection with the incident. Crews operated for hours at the scene of a house fire in Hazel Township on Sunday. According to officials, emergency crews were dispatched to 222 Hillcrest Drive around 6:30 p.m. for reports of a house fire. Upon arriving at the scene, a heavy working fire was confirmed with an elderly female occupant unaccounted for. Crews say the woman was located in the home's attached garage and was treated by EMS for minor injuries. The fire took about 4 hours to extinguish. The cause of the fire is still under investigation by the Troop N Fire Marshal. A man has been arrested by Hazleton police after officers say he stabbed 2 victims. According to police, the incident took place on Saturday, November 21st around 4 a.m. at Flow X, located at 511 West Broad Street in Hazleton. During the incident, police say Jose Santomas Baez became enraged and stabbed 2 victims. Police learned about the stabbing after one of the victims was pulled over by officers for driving through a red light. When the officers discovered that the subject was bleeding heavily, they escorted the victim to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, where the second victim arrived shortly afterward. One of the victims was later transferred to a higher-level trauma hospital. The condition of the victims is unknown at this time. Santomas Baez has been charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, reckless endangerment, and terroristic threats in connection with the incident. He was transported to the Luzerne County Correctional Facility for overnight arraignment. Coming up on WYLN News, the American Cancer Society raises over $100,000 during their annual telethon. Plus, Senator Bob Casey concedes the race for the Pennsylvania U.S. Senate seat. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute and the region's only nationally ranked hospital for orthopedics by U.S. News and World Report. Our team is ranked among the top 20 in the nation and is your unrivaled partner for orthopedic care. Learn more at lvhn.org/ortho.
My name is Ellie and tomorrow's going to be rainy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Over $125,000 were raised in Hazleton on Saturday during the 46th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon. The event ran from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts located at 212 West Broad Street in Hazleton. Throughout the day, the telethon featured a variety of dance and musical performances, as well as interviews with cancer survivors. In the end, the telethon raised a total of $125,361. The money raised will be used to support local cancer patients and to fund cancer research. If you missed it, the telethon can still be viewed on the WYLN TV 35 YouTube channel. Senator Bob Casey has conceded the race for the Pennsylvania U.S. Senate seat. In a statement, Casey said he called Republican Dave McCormick on Thursday to congratulate him on his win. Casey said the race was one of the closest in the state's history, coming down to less than a quarter of a point. Senator Casey's current term in office will conclude on January 3rd. A variety of local holiday programming is coming to WYLN this Thanksgiving season. Need some cooking tips before the big day? Check out Chef Lou's Thanksgiving episode on Tuesday, November 26th at 7 p.m. or Wednesday, November 27th at 4 p.m. The Hazleton Liberty Band Fall Concert will also be broadcast on WYLN on Tuesday, November 26th at 2 p.m. and Wednesday, November 27th at 12 p.m. Then on Thanksgiving Day, WYLN will be reliving the action by broadcasting 3 Hazleton area football games from the 2024 season. You can catch Hazleton area versus Berwick beginning at 12 p.m., Hazleton area versus Wilkes-Barre beginning at 3 p.m., and Hazleton area versus Pittston beginning at 5:30 p.m. Be sure to catch it all on WYLN TV 35. Coming up on Lee Heighton's News Choice, Chris Fomer leads us down the path through history with Catawissa Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
It's Winterfest at the Bloomsburg Fair. Enjoy holiday fun the 2 days after Thanksgiving. Friday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, November 30th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shop over 250 craft vendors, including local wineries and distilleries inside 5 fair buildings. Meet Santa, who arrives Friday night via the Seven Mountains Media Parade of Lights that ends at the fairgrounds. See a puppet show, enjoy the chili contest, participate in the Fa La La 5K while you enjoy live entertainment, free admission, and free parking. Details on the Bloomsburg Fair Facebook page.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Escapec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rayner. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Jillian Richmond's story. Local teacher, 4 years of migraines, numbness down her right arm. Doctors are not helping her. She comes to a chiropractor and she's getting better. Tune in for her story.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
The first European to reach the shores of the Susquehanna River in Lower Columbia County was French trader James Latourte, who passed through in 1728 bearing a message of goodwill to the local Native Americans. He brought on his journey a coat for the celebrated chieftainess Madame Montour. Afterwards, though, it would be several more decades before settlers would start arriving in larger numbers. William Henry would be the first to own the land in the area. Others arrived soon after him, settling down not far from the rock formation known either as Indian Head Rock or Profile Rock, which still stands today on Route 42 just north of today's community. Another early settler was William Hughes, who in 1787 laid out a town, selling lots therein by lottery. The new community would thus originally be named Hughesburg in his honor. Afterwards, though, it would be renamed to Catawissa, which derives from the Native American word Catawisse, meaning pure water. The name had already been applied to the nearby Catawissa Creek. Once incorporated, Catawissa started growing slowly but surely. The first school in the community would be opened in 1800. The first mill in the future Columbia County would be on the banks of Catawissa Creek in 1774. The first official business in town was a tannery run by Isaiah Willits, who also operated a local ferry, in 1780 at the corner of today's 3rd and South Street. The Old Stone Mill, operated by Christian Bropes, began service in 1799, owned by several men over the decades, and operated until it burned down in 1910. The first school in Catawissa opened for students in 1800, and the Catawissa Fire Company was established in 1827. The biggest business in Catawissa's early years, though, was the paper mill opened by Benjamin Sharpless in 1811. Sharpless had become interested in paper making after finding out that his brother Jonathan had been making a fortune doing the same in Ohio during a visit there. Benjamin took on John Clark as a partner, bought out the former shoemaker grist mill, and remodeled it to make paper. The partners would operate the mill through 1834 when Clark passed on. Several owners would take possession of the paper mill over the ensuing decades. The building burned down in 1882 but was subsequently rebuilt. Purchased at sheriff's sale in 1900 following its previous owners falling heavily into debt, it was renamed Pennsylvania Paper Mills. It was temporarily closed in 1903 to install modern machinery, but these did not work as planned, and soon the mill was back in debt. By 1913 it had gone to receivership and was dismantled. Other businesses, though, would take over the site, as in 1918 the Central Forging Company, which made steel unions, opened on the old paper mill property. When this too fell into debt, it was reworked by new owners into the Catawissa Valve and Fitting Company, which would operate for many decades thereafter. Many of the early residents of Catawissa were Quakers. Among them were Moses Roberts, who arrived in the Catawissa area around 1772, and some credit with building the first permanent building in town. He is also credited by some for building, at the corner of South and 3rd Streets, a log meeting house. It is unclear exactly which year the structure went up, although it appears to have been between 1775 and 1889. The meeting house served the community's Quaker community regularly through 1808, when a declining parish due to Quaker immigration to Canada led to a vote to move meetings to Muncie. They returned to Catawissa, however, in 1814, when it was decided the distance to Muncie was too great for travel at the time. This time, the structure remained as an active meeting house through 1855, when it was closed after a meeting in Berwick. By 1890, it had laid abandoned for over 20 years. It was then that Mary Emma Walter moved to Catawissa from Philadelphia, intending to keep the meeting house open. Walter repaired the building and upgraded the grounds, and for the next 30 years, she attended Sunday services at the meeting house as its only congregant. Her efforts at restoration paid off in the long term. The Catawissa Friends Meeting House still stands in Catawissa today, having been added to the National Registry of Historic Places in 1978. Its cemetery includes the grave of Hugh Hughes, who crossed the Delaware with George Washington before the Battle of Trenton, which, along with the other graves there, is now also preserved for posterity.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
It's Winterfest at the Bloomsburg Fair. Enjoy holiday fun for the 2 days after Thanksgiving, Friday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, November 30th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shop over 250 craft vendors, including local wineries and distilleries inside 5 fair buildings. Fill your belly with some delicious goodies from a variety of food vendors as you listen to live music. Take a horse-drawn ride around the fairgrounds and get photos with Santa. There's free admission and free parking. Details on the Bloomsburg Fair Facebook page.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to Crocomo's County Report. I'm joined here as always with Western County Manager Ramona Crocomo. Ramona, how's it going today?
It's very well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, we're already approaching the end of November here. Thanksgiving's coming up. It's wrapping up very quickly, and I know for you and for the rest of the County Council, with December, you have a lot of really important dates coming up in that month. So if you want to go over what we can expect to see following December.
Sure. Well, the Council will be voting on our budget at the December 10th meeting. The administration submitted a no tax increase budget. And we also announced that we won't need a tax anticipation note, which means we'll save approximately $400,000. So the final vote will be at the December 10th meeting, and we're looking forward to that and getting ready for 2025. The tree arrived, the Christmas tree arrived to the rotunda, and we will have the tree lighting ceremony on December 2nd, 5 o'clock. Please come. There will be entertainment and some refreshments, and it's just a wonderful evening to celebrate all that's good in Luzerne County. And then on the 18th, I will be giving the county manager's report. That's at 5 o'clock at the rotunda. And I'll review some of the accomplishments in 2024, some of the challenges we had in 2024, and we'll give a glimpse of what we are expecting in 2025. We're going to have a very busy 2025. It's a very exciting time to be in Luzerne County. We're rolling along.
Absolutely, yeah. As the year winds down, you guys just still, as you said, have a lot to roll up for the end of the year. Just that final stretch right before we get to the end of it. And I do have to personally shout out with the upcoming tree lighting event. I was able to attend that last year as we covered here on Wyln.
Right.
And I do really have to shout out Walter Griffith and his quartet.
And he will be back.
Yes,
they will be back.
I'm absolutely looking forward to that, just because they are very talented, along with the other performances that go on during that event. It's just a very nice way to kick off the holiday season.
Right. It's a great evening. If you have a chance, take a ride up to the courthouse. The courthouse looks beautiful for the holiday, and it's just a wonderful time.
Absolutely. Well, I always want to thank Imelda Kokomo for joining us here on Kokomo's County Report, and for those watching, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.